Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. The Visa Bulletin for January 2021 is out this morning. So let's talk about it in the details. So if you are interested in this topic, please watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this channel or on my video is for information purpose only. For your specific immigration needs, you should hire a competent immigration attorney. With that said, let's get started. So Visa Bulletin has came out for January of 2021. We are seeing some progression in the dates in all categories of visa. I'm going to go through the side-by-side comparison of December Visa Bulletin versus the January 2021 Visa Bulletin. And let's look at what are the changes, what dates have progressed, and what it means to you. Also, I'm going to go through some common questions towards the end, so stick around until the end. So as you can see on the left hand side, I have the December 2020 Visa Bulletin, and on the right hand side, I have January 2021 Visa Bulletin. So we'll go from top to bottom. The first section is final action dates for family sponsored preference cases. In the F1 category, you can see that for all chargeability, the date hasn't changed. It's still 15 September 2014. For China born, India born, it is not changed. For Mexico as well. For Philippines, it has changed by about 50. So from 15th of December 2011 to 1st of January 2012. For the next category, F2A, it's all current, so there is no problem there. For F2B, nothing has changed except for Mexico. So basically, Mexico has changed from April 8th, 1999 to May 1st, 1999. So it's just about 3 weeks change, which is not significant but something. F3 has changed a little bit for China mainland from 15th of June 2008 to 8th of July 2008, and for India as well it has changed by about 3 weeks. Also for Philippines it has changed a little bit by 2 weeks. For F4 category it has changed a little bit as well from September to October from all chargeability, and also throughout the section you can see that the dates have progressed by just about a month, which is not significant at all. The reason I can see is because the family-based migration happens more from outside of the United States. Yes, it does happen from within the United States as well, but there are more cases that are applications from outside of the United States. And because of the travel ban, it is impacting what cases are being progressed. So they are not taking any applications, neither they are processing any applications for the majority of the sections. But come January and February, I would expect some more progression in these dates as the travel ban is lifted and these applications start processing again. Now let's go to the filing dates chart. Filing dates chart, as you can see, has not changed at all. Everything seems to be exactly the same. So I'm not going to go through it. It's typical of filing dates chart that it's typical for a filing dates chart that it will not change throughout the year, as they have already considered those numbers when putting it together at the beginning of the year. Now let's move down to employment based category. First we'll look at the final action dates for the employment based category. Now EB1, there is good news. As I did some prediction few days back regarding EB1 category, it is going to move quite fast. There is a reason I will tell you at the end of this chart why EB1 is moving faster than everything else. As you can see, China mainland has progressed by about 6 months, and same as India. So they are exactly the same dates. So very good news for EB1 category. I'm expecting in the next few months these dates to be current for China and India as well. For EB2, as you can see, there is slight progression for China. It is just about a month from May of 2016 to June of 2016. For India, it is only a progression of 7 full days. Can you imagine that? It is only 7 days progression for India from 1st of October 2009 to 8th of October 2009. Now the reason we are seeing very small progression in India is because the numbers that are coming in are very, very low for EB2. Most of them are used up by EB1. I'm talking about the numbers that have trickled over from the from the family based category. Also, the second reason might be because they have so many applications that have come in because of the progression that happened in October, that they still haven't provided the receipt notices, as a lot of people are complaining. Now moving on to EB3 category, again the same story. It is about 1.5 month progression for China and just about 8 days of progression from 15th of March 2010 to 22nd of March 2010 for India, which is just 8 days, which is very slow progression. The thing is, the way spilled over visas are used in EB category. So basically every year, if there are unused visa numbers from family based category, they go into employment based category for use for the next or the following year. So this year, as you know, due to the travel ban, most of the family based visas have become available for employment based category starting October. But the way these visa numbers, spilled over visa numbers, are used is very tricky. It starts with EB5, EB4, then the leftovers come to EB1, then out of those leftovers go to EB2, and out of those leftovers then they go to EB3. So by the time it comes to EB1, they have already used some. By the time it comes to EB2, most of the visa numbers are exhausted. There are very few numbers that come down to EB2, and then very few numbers that come down to EB3. Sometimes there are no EB numbers that come down to EB3. So that is the problem. Because the priority is given to all these other visa categories, by the time they reach EB2 and EB3, there are not many visa numbers, spilled visa numbers left over. So there is another complication. The visa numbers are allotted by the Department of State, whereas the visa numbers are used by USCIS when they are processing these applications. So every month USCIS speculates how many number of visas that they need for each category of visas. They request those numbers from the Department of State. Now Department of State only gives those many numbers to USCIS to be used for that particular month. And if there are lesser or more, USCIS may fall short of those numbers until they make another request to Department of State to give another allotment of visa numbers for the next month. So this is the kind of complicated process which kind of drives these numbers and visa bulletin dates in such a complicated fashion. So due to this complication, it is not a straightforward answer why we see forward progression of EB1 so much faster than EB2 and EB3. So now moving on to the filing date chart for EB category. As you can see, the filing date chart has not moved at all, which is good news for EB3, because last month we saw one full year of retrogression in the filing date chart for EB3 India, which is good news. So people who have the priority date current as per the filing date chart for EB3 can still continue to file their 485 or adjustment of status based on filing dates chart. Now the most important question of this video: which chart will USCIS allow to be used in January of 2021 Visa Bulletin? So let's look at it. So this is the website which tells what is the chart that is being used for current month, which is at the top here, and what is the chart to be used for the next month. So as you can see, they had allowed dates of filing chart to be used for December Visa Bulletin. Now let's read what is available for the next month, which is January. For family sponsored filing in F2A category, there is a cutoff for the dates of filing chart. However, category is current on the final action date chart. This means that applicants in the F2A category may file using final action dates chart for January. For all other family sponsored preference category, you must use dates for filing chart in Department of State January. Now let's look at what has happened in the employment based category. Now here's a kicker. For all employment based preference category, you must use final action dates chart in the Department of State Visa Bulletin, which is incredible. So what this means is, come January 1st of 2021, for all EB category, you need to use final action date chart for your adjustment of status application. So what this means for you is, if you have your date current as per the filing date chart, which is continued to be used in December 2020, and if your date is current as per the filing date chart, go ahead and submit your application before December 31st of 2020. Now USCIS needs to receive your application on or before December 31st, 2020 to be processed as per the December Visa Bulletin. Come January 1st, USCIS is asking everybody in the EB category to use final action date chart for filing your adjustment of status. So this is a big change in this month's Visa Bulletin. What we have seen is there is forward progression of EB1 by leaps and bounds by about 6 months in the final action dates chart. There is very less progression for EB2 and EB3 India, just by 7 and 8 days, which is very disappointing. And then the biggest news in this Visa Bulletin for January 2021 is, for all employment based categories, you need to use final action date chart for filing your adjustment of status starting January 1st, 2021. So I hope I was able to clear some doubts about Visa Bulletin for January 2021. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will try to address them. Now, some of the other questions that I continue to get from my subscribers is they still haven't received receipt notices, and we are seeing longer than 2 months of delay now that people still haven't received the receipt notices. This means that USCIS is backlogged, and due to holidays and due to the virus, people taking leave and short of staff, expect to see more delays in even receiving your receipt numbers. Now the good news is, some of you who have already done your biometrics as part of your previous applications such as EAD may not need to have your biometrics done again, but don't count on it. Look for the letter from USCIS if they send you for a biometric appointment or not. There have been reports that a lot of people are seeing their final interviews waived, but don't count on it. As I said in my previous video, miracles only happen to others. So if you get hit with an interview or biometrics, do attend them, do not miss them. So those were the things that I wanted to cover as part of this Visa Bulletin newsletter. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.